Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds among light heavyweights between Roy Jones Jr. and Joe Calzaghe. From Pensacola, Roy Jones Jr. His adversary, with a record of 46 wins, with 32 knockouts and no losses, by way of Hammersmith, Joe the Barbaros Calzaghe.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight.
Around the ring, baby.
When a high stamina fighter is fighting another guy who's very well conditioned, is there any tendency for maybe some doubts to creep into his mind?
Yeah, there always are. Because you always want to have the edge. We're human beings. Boxers are no different. They want to say they have a little edge in that area. But they need to know that this is exactly what they're ready to do.
Joe Calzaghe's feeling the effects now of that hook. He just missed that shot up top. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Jones is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Well timed by Roy Jones. Took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Jones is now showing us something that can have a great impact on this fight, Teddy, and that's his ability to counter.
Yeah, he's mixing it up a little bit. We know he can lead, we know he can get off first, but now this dimension, serving him well.
Big left hand from Roy. Solid hook. Big shot up top. He really got to him there. Some fine fundamentals. Good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. Let him in beautifully. He didn't use G's. He used distance.
Jones's experience now needs to pay off, as well as the experience of his cornermen, saying the right things, making sure you created the right atmosphere before you send him back out into this fight, coming off of a round in which he was stunned. And now he's on the record of saying, I saw that one, as a warning for the low blow. They're sending more than one at him now, the combo to the head. Jones is taken for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good looking counter punch. Joe Calzaghe's cracked by a shot upstairs. Good counterpunch. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Oh, he's just, look at that! Joe Calzaghe's got to have better defense than that. He just let his opponent come in with that straight punch and score the knockdown.
Split his guard.
a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Parries the punch, puts one in there. Roy Jones Jr.'s banged by a big uppercut. Look at that combination by Roy Jones. How about that left hand? Last 10 seconds. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. 3 minutes gone by in this round. Now that he's back in the corner, we get a close-up look. Jones' cut even looks worse.
And it's up to the fighter now, Joe, for his attitude not to change. You know, we can look at it and we can say, wow, that cut looks worse. The fans can look at it and say that. But the fighter must be steady. The same attitude.
Big right hand. Committed to the combination punching now. It's working out well up top. Joe Calzaghe is doing exactly what you would expect him to do after being knocked down earlier. Now he's clinching.
Yeah, he's doing a nice imitation of an oxford. And you know what? If I was in his shoes, I'd be doing the same thing.
Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Roy Jones. How about that? He lands a big shot there.
He set the table, and he went and ate.
That's a nice combination. Left hook to the body, right hand.
Keep it up.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe's done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. Halfway through this round. What impact from that uppercut by Joe Calzaghe. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Calzaghe's off mark all night long, and Teddy, he's getting tired just missing punches.
Well, this is a good example. You know, we know what happens when they land, but this is a good example of what happens when they don't land. Sometimes you get a little discouraged.
Targeting that overhand left. Good flush shot upstairs. 10 seconds remaining in this round. And that's the end of round 3.
Fucking beautiful. That was fucking amazing. I want another round like that. This is your fight, okay? You're in complete control of this fight. Throw more punches.
He has had this fight go exactly as he has wanted it to go early on. As we begin round number 4, he's up 3 rounds to 0.
The only thing you have to work.
Joe Calzaghe's ruined with that punch right there. That was a fine block by Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe's not looking so solid on his feet, and he's clinching. That's a smart veteran move. Give yourself a break.
Yeah, to be a top fighter, to be a champion someday, you have to sometimes put your pride over on the side. He's doing that right now. It's not about pride right now. It's about being smart and surviving.
Good smooth work by Roy Jones. That's classic counterpunching.
And what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave the left shoulder, and then gave the right hand.
Jones has got speed, no doubt about it. You can see his ability to land combinations with ease.
Yeah, but what you want to see now is how effective he is down the road.
Joe Calzaghe's crushed by a big right hand. Jones is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Joe Calzaghe's been hurt by that shot. Teddy, I think he's going to go down. I think he's going to go down after getting tagged right there.
He doesn't know where to go. I mean, it's like a guy that's caught in a hailstorm. He's trying to get to the other side of the street, but He just doesn't know where it is now.
Roy Jones Jr. doing well here with that two-punch combination. Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Fourth round now with his last 10 seconds. Wow! He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive it. There's the bell. Can you believe that? He was saved by the bell. Teddy, you've been in a spot like this before as a trainer.
Right now, you know what? What do you spend time on? You want to spend time on telling him why he got in that spot, why he got hit. But first, you got to make sure he revives. You got to get him clear-minded. You got to get his senses back first.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Calzaghe's opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counter-punch landed with some success. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. A solid uppercut by Joe Calzaghe. Little head hunting with the left. Nice, sharp, fundamentally sound hook right there, and it served him well. Calzaghe's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Well-targeted counterpunch by Roy Jones. Calzaghe's not doing so well right now, Teddy. He's got this very athletic, unorthodox, awkward style, but right now he can just use some old-school fundamentals.
Yeah, he's paid a price for doing things the wrong way. You know, he's gotten away with it most of his career with his athleticism, but right now it's coming back to bite him in the backside. Those things that he developed, those bad habits he developed.
He got hit, but he sends it right back.
Still not moving enough. Come on, now move.
Calzaghe's just punching air that time. Jones is absorbing a left hand. Oh, what an uppercut. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Joe Calzaghe's damage continues. Unbelievable. Just the barrage continues. He's knocked down again.
But his desire and heart is just as strong as it was before.
Calzaghe's going to keep taking this test, rising up after being knocked down. Roy Jones Jr. with a big uppercut. Calzaghe's corner has has to give him some advice here because that left hand has been scoring too consistently.
Exactly, Joe. And there's nothing else that he really has to worry about. Take that out of the equation, he'd be winning the fight.
A target on his head, and he places the hook right on it. Scored well with the hook. Good work toe-to-toe there. Both fighters got in on him. And round 6 comes to an end. 60 seconds. That's all they get. Just 60 seconds to deal with the fact that their fighter has an eye that's completely shut.
That's all they need. I mean, that's their job. Now they got to show that they can perform under those conditions.
That hook was well off the mark. Good looking counter punch. Roy Jones Jr.'s combination punching is working well here. Calzaghe's opponent landing an effective counter punch right there. Calzaghe's gassed. You just look at him. His opponent can see it clear as day. He doesn't have much left.
No, he's got to go back to his childhood. What I mean by that is you got to play a game of improv. You know, charades, where you make believe that you're something. He's got to make believe that he's a piece of Velcro. And he's got to jump all over his opponent and hold on to him until the referee forces him to let go.
Halfway through the 7th round. Jones has been having great success in these middle rounds thanks to his unique style and raw athleticism.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy who's so awkward. I'm glad I'm not in his opponent's corner because I wouldn't know what to tell him because he doesn't know what he's doing. How am I going to tell my fighter what to do against a guy who doesn't know what he's doing himself?
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Missed the target with that hook. Roy Jones Jr.'s crushed by him, and banging away he goes. Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff? He just scored the knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
1, 2, 3.
Roy Jones Jr.'s trainer is thrilled with this. He gets up off the canvas. Now he wants to see how he'll react. So as you can see on Teddy's scorecard, this, for the time being, is a one-sided fight. Most would say, I don't see it changing at all. But Teddy, anything can happen in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of like being in the casinos. You know, you're ahead, you got all those chips in front of you. It's time to walk away from the table. Well, he can't walk away from the table, but it's time to pull back on his bets a little bit. You know, keep going, or pull back a little bit. Don't get careless.
Fine-looking right hand by Calzaghe. Calzaghe's throwing a lot of punches, but he's also creating a lot of room for his opponent.
Yeah, he is, and he's also walking straight in. His opponent was a little bit mobile. He's going to be able to step to the side as he walks in and get a clean shot.
There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counter-punching.
And you know what he's doing? He's taking his opponent's jab away.
Unable to score with the hook. Well-placed, well-timed combo up top. Boy, oh boy, that's tough to take. Oh, and there you go. Late goings here in this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it?
One, two, three, four, five.
Listen, Roy Jones Jr. told us all week long, he's not going away this easy. He beats the count. And that's the end of round 8. Jones's defense is going to need to shine when he gets back out there. I mean, just look at the close-up of that cut we're seeing.
Yeah, he's got to use his legs. You're right, Joe. He's got to get out there and buy some time for those medicines to work.
Unable to land clean by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr. is out there for another round after being knocked down in the last round. We know what happens in the 60 seconds with a fighter who is damaged. But what about those 60 seconds in the opposing corner, Teddy?
You know, Joe, that's a great question. And I remember my mentor, Casamato, when we were training fighters, he used to always say, look, you know you're a banger, and this guy happens to be a banger. Well, if you hit a guy clean, you know you hurt him. But he's not going to show you. He's going to act like a pro. He's going to con you. He's going to act like that didn't hurt him. But you have to remember, hey, it hurt him. So go after him like he showed it, even if he's not showing it.
Right now, all sorts of making punches and bunches. Let's
Not able to land the headshot. See, that's what you want from his left hand. That's exactly what it should be doing, that left hand by Joe Calzaghe. Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect.
Stay away from those. Come on, man.
And we come to the end of the round. Roy Jones Jr. is well conditioned to the realities of his first business of boxing. But even though we know what we've seen out of some ringside scorecards through the years, I'd be shocked if everybody doesn't have him ahead in this fight right now.
Yeah, but never be shocked in this business because you never know with these blind judges sometimes. I hate to say it that bluntly, but time and time again, you just get shocked when you hear the score at the end of the night.
He's got that certain something that's a well-acquired skill in this craft of boxing, and that is superb defense, and it's on target tonight.
It is. The old timers would say, you know, that's the hard thing, is to learn defense. You know, the easy part, the fun part is letting your hands go. So he's got the hard part down. Guess what? He's enjoying the fun part right now because of it.
Halfway through round 10.
Focus.
And he returns on that exchange. Double jab by Roy Jones.
Come on.
Good look at right hand after he got hit. See, the quick jabs, those doubled up quick jabs, they can be so effective by Roy Jones. the end of round 10.
You want this fight? Listen to me. Do you want this fight? You gotta stay.
Calzaghe's corner gave some sound advice just before this 11th round. Look at Teddy's scorecard. You see he's not trailing by much. But they told him, you have to have more energy. You got to put forth better effort here.
I think this comes down to, do you want to have more energy? It really comes down to that in everything in life sometimes. Not can you do it? Do you want to do it? If you want to have more energy, you're going to see him go.
Roy Jones Jr. sitting back right now, Teddy, and looking for that counterpunch opportunity, isn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's waiting, you know, he sees that his opponent is in his armory, so to speak. You know, he's in his castle. He's getting him to come out of his castle. He wants him to come out of his castle, so now he can attack.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
Still not moving enough. Come on now, move. Move.
Jones is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Off target with that hook.
That's what I like to see. That's my man. Keep fighting, baby.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking a shot.
Keep it up.
And the round comes to an end. In between rounds here, Jones's eye is completely swollen shut. What would you be telling him?
Oh, this is going to sound a little tiny harsh, but guess what? These are tough business. I tell him, you have two eyes, right? This is a good one.
And this is the 12th and final round. You know, many times we talk about the fact that, hey, at least he's throwing punches. But that's all you can say in this case, because he's not landing many of these.
No, they're being blocked or they're missing. They're definitely not landing clean. And you have to give credit to the other fighter being that good defensively.
Didn't get it done going to the body there. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Trying to go downstairs, but off target.
Come on, kid. Focus now. I need you to focus for it. That's what I want to see.
Jones has been able to avoid having any of his opponent's headshots landing flush.
And what his opponent has to do, Joe, is make an adjustment. What we used to tell the fighter, when a guy is elusive, like this fighter is right now, you have to shorten your punches up. Shorten them up a little bit, have less space to travel. They have a better chance of getting to that elusive target.
This was an easy fight to score from start to finish after that effort.
Well, you never know in this sport with the scoring point. This is one you didn't know.
We're going to know in moments here as we send it up to the ring.